Hi, I'm Natalie.
And I'm Shay.
And this is Delusional
As fuck.
Welcome back.
Happy Monday, everyone. We hope that you are all having a great start to your week. I don't really know where to start because it's been a weird week. As you guys know, I think if you guys are regular listeners, we typically record about a week prior to when episodes air. So when last week's episode was recorded, the fires had not begun in Southern California, and we just feel like we needed to acknowledge it because we're both from California. I'm from LA County, and it has been definitely like heavy on our minds, heavy on our hearts. We've been thinking about it a lot. It's hard not to. I think anyone that knows anyone in the Southern California area knows somebody that was directly affected, or like a friend of a friend or a friend's family or whatever the case may be. But we can only hope that by the time this episode comes out that the fires are 100% contained. So fingers crossed. And yeah, we're thinking of anyone that has been affected and all of the first responders, but we just wanted to start off by acknowledging that that is going on.
Yes, please stay safe over there if you're over there.
Yeah, well, there's not really a good way to segue just into our regular episode, but today's going to be our very first, very good Big Sister advice episode of the year. The questions are going to be all about self-improvement, bettering yourself, getting your life together.
The vibes are help me fix my life, my body, my mindset, things in that realm. Getting your life together because it's a new year. That's what everyone's thinking. I mean, I think that's what a lot of people think. At least,
yeah.
Maybe not everyone, but a good chunk of people are like, how do I get my life together? It can be motivating, or it can be even harder if you're not motivated, but you do want to change something. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we can help with these advice questions and our very good Big Sister answers.
Yes. Before we get into it, we had some things that we wanted to chat about. Despite us talking about wanting to spend less screen time, and I think sometimes when we say less screen time, we mostly mean less phone screen time, because we love a show. I know I love a show. I'll say that with my whole chest, because I might not be on social media, but I have been watching shows lately, tons of shows. I watched all of Emily in Paris. I started, I think, at the end of November. Yes, when I went out to visit my friend and her grandma in Texas. Her grandma was like, "Have you ever watched Emily in Paris?" I was like, "No, I haven't."
Grandmas love Emily in Paris.
I know. I was like, "No, I haven't, but I've wanted to." And so I started watching it then. And then I think I didn't watch it for a little bit. And then when I felt like I needed something to watch, I was like, wait, I think I want to finish watching Emily in Paris, because we had only watched a few episodes. And then I was hooked, and I just finished like a couple weeks ago now, but we haven't really talked about it. And I know you have thoughts on Emily.
I have so many thoughts on Emily. I think I'm the only person on this planet who just doesn't love Emily in Paris. Emily specifically. Emily to me is just an annoying fucking character. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get hated on because everyone loves this beloved show so much, but I just think she's so annoying. Like, she's constantly just like, she comes in, she has this fucking attitude from the start. She doesn't want to learn French. Like, bitch, at least try. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
She was
like,
trying. She was going
she was
to French
not trying.
class.
She was not trying. She was trying to get dick, and like, I get it, but like, come on. She was not trying. She's not trying to fucking learn. I don't know. And then she like creates these problems and then fixes them and then becomes the hero. But it's like, you created the problem. If you would have just mind your business, I think everything probably would have been okay. I'm such an Emily hater. I think she has perfect eyebrows. I love whatever her name is.
Because you're not a Lily Collins hater. You're just an Emily hater.
I'm not a Lily Collins. No, Lily Collins is probably like the coolest bitch. Like, she's awesome. But Emily, I've got a problem. I forgot what happens in the last season, but the last season was kind of weird.
With the Italian guy.
the baby. Isn't there a baby? A pregnancy?
Oh, the the menage, the menage, not trois, but quoi, or whatever. They like made a joke. Know. They're like, oh, we skipped trois and went straight to whatever four is.
Oh,
Gabrielle's ex is bisexual, and then she starts dating the woman, but she's pregnant, and then she's not pregnant. She wasn't actually pregnant, and then it's this whole thing.
Come on now. I don't buy it. I know it's a fictional show, but even still.
Yeah, I hate to report that I'm eating it up. I ate it up and I ate it up quickly. And I immediately after searched when is season 5.
Oh my. I probably will watch season 5, so I should probably shut the fuck up. I'm probably gonna like hate watch it.
Like all of your favorite people love Emily in Paris.
Everyone loves it. No, everyone's about it except me. My mom loves it. You know, whatever. She's fine.
Something about mind-numbing shows just light me up inside. It's like Exo Kitty. I tell everyone Exo Kitty. I've been waiting for Exo Kitty season 2. I think it's out. I need to watch it. That's going to be my next watch. It's so corny. But
I should watch Exo Kitty just to report back. But
no,
then I'm
actually,
feel mean.
No, you should. Mean. You can't watch it with like too much of a critic's eye because it's literally about like high schoolers. If you guys don't know what Exo Kitty is, because it sounds so weird, like the title, honestly. But it's Laura Jean's little sister from, what is it? To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Honestly, I don't know if I watched it. Have I? I don't know.
With Noah Centineo. Noah Centineo. It was like everyone watched it.
I don't know why I didn't watch it.
And there's 3.
There's 3?
There's 3.
No, I haven't seen all 3.
Okay, well, she has a little sister, and her little sister, when the movies start, the first of the trilogy, she's young, like elementary school, I think. And then obviously she continues to age, and then she gets her own spin-off, and she's in high school. And she's going to like boarding school in Korea, I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I love it.
I mean, what do I like that's probably making everyone out there cringe? Like anything that's a reality show. I'm watching Drag Race season 17 because I have a friend on there.
No way.
And honestly, it's so fun. I'm obsessed. I want to watch all of the seasons now.
I haven't watched it. I'm sure I'd love it. But I feel like more people are on that side of the spectrum of trashy reality TV. Not saying Drag Race is trashy. I've never watched it. But I feel like the ones you're talking about, like Real Housewives and stuff,
mm-hmm.
people all are like, yes, people fuck with it.
Like the spectrum is Exo Kitty, and then on the other side
was Real Housewives.
Yeah.
I think that's why I like shows like that now that I'm thinking about it, because even when there's all of this drama that's like stirring up the plot, it's the focus of the whole episode or whatever, it's silly drama.
There's something to say about a lighthearted show.
So fictional feeling, you know?
Just kind of comforting, cute.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think so hard. I shouldn't. I should just chill.
You're like, not realistic. I'm like, it's fiction. Or you're sitting watching Harry Potter. You're like, this would never happen in real life.
No, Harry Potter. Don't come for Harry Potter. Come on.
No, I know. It's just top of mind because me and Zach are doing our annual Harry Potter marathon currently. So it was just the first like super fictional example that came to mind. But like,
I think it's just when it's like, oh, she's pregnant or not pregnant or who's the daddy or like, I don't, whatever Emily in Paris did this last season, it was just too much. Like it was just too ridiculous. I was like, please.
Were they reaching a little bit?
I mean, honestly, I haven't watched it for a while, so I hope maybe I'm forgetting, and sorry if I'm being offensive. I don't remember what happened, but I just remember thinking, come on now. Emily in Paris. And the producer produced Sex and the City, or the creator. And Sex and the City is everything and more to me. So,
All right. Our first very good Big Sister advice episode in the books for the year. For anyone who is new, every month we do a very good Big Sister advice episode, and we call it very good Big Sister advice because we are big sisters and we feel like we give sisterly advice, big sister energy. And our hope is always that we're giving you sound advice. We don't know everything and we're not always right, but if you are a little sister coming to us, these are the responses you would get from us.
Mm-hmm. No bullshit. We're giving it to you straight.
That clicked for me too. Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. The first question, this is an interesting one. Oh, wait. And if you guys have any advice questions, you can write into us on Instagram DMs, or you can email us. Our email is in our description or our bio or something. You can find it if you look at our profile on the podcast apps. But yeah, without further ado, here's the first question. It is an interesting one. I'm jealous of other women all the time. Help.
I'm intrigued.
I'm so envious over other people, especially women. I compare our lives constantly. When I meet someone, all that I can think about is if I'm better, smarter, more intelligent, more talented, and I want to prove it so badly. I want to make the other person feel that I'm superior. Self-awareness. I don't ever want to be perceived as shallow, not interesting, or just worse when it comes to things that I do, academically or artistically. And I feel it's even worse when I meet somebody who is interested in the same things as me, reading, writing, photography, academic, career. Things that can build connection between us, I turn into something ugly and sticky. And I don't know what to do because I feel like I'm running out of options. I'm in therapy, so I know my self-esteem is pretty low, and I'm working on that. However, recently I'm losing control over my intrusive thoughts. It's all I can think about. I really need some advice. Maybe some of you are struggling with that feeling. Maybe you have some advice or harsh words. I would be grateful for every single thing because I'm spinning and I'm afraid that it will be all that is left in me. And I just can't let that happen. I want to be better, but I feel that right now I am not. I don't want to be angry and create competition when I don't have to, but I feel like it's all I can see and I'm filled with hatred. I just don't want to be like that. So that's a big banger to start off with, for sure. And there's a lot to dissect here.
Yes. My initial reaction is that this girl is real. She's real. She's being really real, because I know for a fact that there are other women who I feel like probably feel this way. Maybe you can even just tell sometimes when you're with a competitive woman who has that energy, perhaps. And of course, at times I've felt this as well, but I don't think I'm anywhere close to what this person's experiencing, where it's like taking over her life and it's like everything she can constantly think of.
Yeah. I think the fact that she is self-aware is already a great sign, and that she's already in therapy, because a lot of the things that she was alluding to, it does seem like there needs to be a professional guiding her on some of these things. But the one thing I would say is it's hard to not compare yourself as a woman in society, in this society. I think it's very much ingrained in us. And I think that's where obviously the competitiveness and kind of need to feel like you want to be better comes from, like better than the other person or the women that you're comparing yourself to. So I think that can be hard. I think the comparison sometimes is inevitable, but a lot of times what I like to try to lean into is when you're comparing yourself, like using someone as a source of inspiration or as an expander versus being like, I need to be better than them, accepting that there are people that are going to be better than you in a lot of different areas of life, and just looking to them for inspiration or even to learn from them.
I think that therapy will help this person a lot. That's my big sister take on that, because this person definitely has a lot of limiting beliefs. Maybe they had a parent that was really like competitive, or would tell them that they need to be the best or something like that. Also, just existing in the patriarchy, that could be it as well. For example, I feel like growing up, I only really saw super beautiful women on TV and in the media, and super skinny women as well. So you can kind of form connections in your brain that if you don't look like that, or if you're not as skinny as that, then you're not worthy, or you're not worthy enough to be loved or adored or whatever, taken a picture of or something like that. So it can be really easy to learn that and pick that up, especially as a little girl. It's so sad how easy it is to start comparing yourself at such a young age. And it comes from an area of self-protection, honestly. You just want to fit in. You just want to be liked. You just want to be accepted. So it's really difficult. And therapy and continuing to catch yourself when you find yourself going down that rabbit hole will be the best thing for you. Hold yourself accountable to not comparing yourself as much as you possibly can, stopping yourself in your tracks, reminding yourself that you're perfect as you are, and just trying to overwrite that system in your brain that just wants to immediately go there.
Self-correct and redirect those thoughts. That's the motto.
Redirecting thoughts changed my life, I swear.
I think that's a big one. And I would imagine that's something that a therapist would help you work through as well. But after much practice, I feel like it does become just instinctual.
It becomes easier. It becomes easier to love yourself as well if you're really being intentional about it, putting yourself first, showing yourself good things because you deserve good things. How old is this person?
Didn't say.
Oh, I'm curious. Okay. I need help getting on track. This is a 19-year-old female who says, I have a serious problem with discipline. I go to school, but all online, and I only have 10 credits. I have a job, but my shift starts at 4 p.m., and I'm usually done around 9 p.m. On days I work, I usually wake up at 11 a.m. and I don't do anything until work. Sometimes I even take a nap at 1 p.m. despite only waking up 2 hours earlier. I don't want to live like this. I want to wake up earlier. I want to do things such as tidying up or working out instead of sleeping all day. I want to change, but I don't know how, and I don't know what to do. Any advice and compassion would be appreciated.
This is very real. And okay, the good news is that I think this is the reality of a lot of college students.
Yeah, I agree. And she works. So this person should be a little bit kinder to themselves. I mean, at least they are enrolled in school and they do have a job. So they're not doing nothing. Like, come on, they do work. It can be hard to also want to work out and want to be like super ultra productive if you're exhausted. I feel like every once in a while we get a question like this and I say, go to the doctor and get your levels checked, because fatigue can come from so many different things. Like if you're low on certain vitamins, fatigue is real. If you feel fatigued, then you're not going to really be able to do much except work. And you're also going to school. So I don't know. I think this person's being a little bit hard on themselves. But that said, what tips do we have if she wants to be able to be more productive? We want her to get up earlier. She wants to get up earlier. That's probably where to start. But she's finding it really difficult and she's napping. So fatigue is a problem.
Okay, if it's not fatigue, because there is always the chance, like I can fall asleep whenever, even if I'm not really tired. I think
I don't have this problem, so.
Yeah, some people just are this way. Like if there's nothing to do, absolutely nothing. I can't think of one thing to do. Like just take a nap, right? But let's say she's not suffering with chronic fatigue. Let's say she's just struggling with motivation, struggling with discipline. I would first start off with trying to get up 1 to 2 hours earlier. You know, we have to think back to being 19, being a working college student. And that's why when you read this, I was like, oh, I can relate, because it took me many, many years to eventually get to the point where I valued my mornings and where I really was like, oh, I want to take advantage of the morning time, because I did not used to be like that either. So I can relate. So I think just starting off waking up a little bit earlier, I wouldn't recommend trying to just completely do a 180 with your schedule and be like, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. every day. Like that is not going to be practical.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that trying to do things that way, you might find yourself feeling a lot more defeated. Start with smaller goals, maybe waking up an hour earlier than you're used to, and then trying to wake up 2 hours earlier than you're used to, because that is a lot of time before you have to go to work, and you can really get a lot done. And If you're struggling with motivation, for me, a list always worked. Like when I was in college, I would make my to-do list every night so that I knew what I needed to do tomorrow when I woke up, so that I didn't just like wake up and wander aimlessly through life. I was like, okay, wake up, get ready, whatever. And then I go to my list and I'm like, okay, what am I going to get done today? Even if it's like sweeping. She said she wanted to try to tidy up a little bit more, implementing like making your bed daily if you don't already do that. Yeah, maybe just giving yourself a little house task to do every day before work too, and starting there.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't actually get up that early. I've never been an early riser. I've tried. Sometimes I'm on like a really good streak. I'm getting up early, but naturally my body wants to wake up kind of late, to be honest. But I feel like I'm still a really productive person. I also don't have to go into work until like 11:30. So honestly, it's not that early compared to the time that a lot of other people go into work. So it's possible. She works until 9. So let's say she works until 9. I don't know what she's doing, but maybe she has to come home. She has to shower. She's probably going to bed late. Mm-hmm. And that is always for myself where I notice me starting to slip. When I start going to bed really late, 1, 2 a.m., then it's so hard to get up early.
We've lost
then
the
next
plot.
day, what?
We've officially lost the plot at that point.
Yeah. If I'm going to bed at like 1, I feel bad. And then the next day, I also kind of feel bad because I'm getting up late, and then I feel like it's harder to feel rested too for some reason, even if you sleep
get
the 8 hours.
Huh?
Yeah. So try to go to bed earlier. It's probably hard because you work late, but that might be where you're getting messed up
in the bad cycle.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, next question. What's something that helped your room/space feel better and comfier? I'd love to hear some ideas for making my space look and feel comfy, calm, happy, and cool. I experienced some anxious moments in the evening too, so I was thinking one of the space projectors would be calming. I chose this question because I feel like we both really love our spaces. Mm-hmm. And I know, speaking for myself, that was not always the case. So I think we might have some good tips here.
Yeah, definitely. For the bedroom, the way that I had approached it was I want nothing. I wanted the vibes of my bedroom to be super minimal because I really associate minimalism with just a clear mind. I know this isn't always the case for a lot of people, and in certain areas of my space, I do more maximalist decor. Like I do like the fun stuff everywhere, and I like little fun touches as well. But right now, my bedroom is a bed with white bed sheets, really comfortable. That's key, first of all. Comfortable bedding in a comfortable bed that you just want to be in. And I have a Monstera. We didn't even have side tables for a long time. Then we got just plain wooden side tables that are small and cute and just wood. There's nothing really exciting going on with them. I got them from Goodies, so they're only $25. So if you're anywhere in the SoCal area, I freaking love that place. Simple side tables to just put a couple things. But I feel like if you don't have a lot of clutter, did she say she wanted a relaxing space, right? Like a calming space?
Comfy, calm, happy, and cool. Yeah, better and comfier. Those were two of the words she used as well.
Okay, so yeah. Maybe if you have a lot of clutter, maybe that's a good place to start.
Mm-hmm. So she didn't say whether she has her own place or if she rooms with anyone. So I kind of want to speak to two different living situations. So me and Natalie are very similar in this sense. My room, we also like to keep very, very minimal, but we're lucky to be able to do that because we have the rest of the apartment that's just ours. So we have other places to store our things. But I also really do like, if you have the space, if you have your own place, keeping the room very minimal. We also just have like the bed, the dresser, the nightstands, the cat tree, very, very simple, and like a shelf over the bed. And that makes my room feel very calm to me as well. We have a salt lamp for at night, no harsh lighting. Yeah, just very simple. And that helps with the anxiety, I think, for sure. And it just helps with keeping things clean. Like there's no chair to throw clothes on. It's very easy to maintain. But thinking back to when I lived with my roommates, I still think I tried to adopt that philosophy as much as I could, keeping things very simple. but there was a lot more in close quarters. Like I shared a room with one of my friends at the time. We had 2 full-size beds in there, nightstand in the middle. She had her dresser thing. We had another shared dresser. We had my desk because I worked from home. So I think, like Natalie was mentioning, even if you kind of are living in close quarters, starting with the decluttering and just keeping things as minimal as possible, especially if you're working with a small space. And as far as keeping things cozy, I think being very intentional about the bedding that you choose to make your space cozy, getting like a nice cozy blanket, nice pillows, a diffuser. Scent is very important. I feel like when I have the incense going or when I have the diffuser going, it just really adds to the coziness of the space.
Mm-hmm. Mood lighting is everything. I also have a salt lamp. I forgot about that. I have a salt lamp on a little stool, and then I have that massive IKEA mirror, which I've had forever, and I still love it. But every single night I turn on the salt lamp because that's how I wind down, is with that orange light. So I would definitely, mood lighting. Mood lighting is worth investing in. It's not even usually expensive. They sell salt lamps at Ross and Marshalls and stuff for probably $10 or something. Salt lamps, the sunset lamp looks very vibey, especially after you've decluttered. Then you can kind of start to bring in more fun things, little trinkets that make you happy, your little Smithskis or whatever, maybe like a couple, just things that make you feel good.
And we both have carpet in our rooms, which is funny because I feel like a lot of people don't have carpet nowadays. But if you don't have carpet, if you just have a wooden floor, a rug, like a fluffy rug in the bedroom, makes such a big difference.
True.
A nice cozy place to put your feet when you first get out of bed in the morning versus just getting straight onto the cold hardwood floor. Love.
Next question is, I don't feel pretty anymore. How do you get yourself back on track? Before the pandemic, I lived in the city and felt like I was on top of the world. I was excelling in university, platinum blonde, worked out 5 days a week, and had a huge social life. I had great confidence and could walk up to anyone for anything. While I'm better off now in many ways, I have a master's degree, a good corporate consulting career, and a happy relationship, I haven't been feeling nearly as confident. I look at pictures and just think about how ugly and fat I've become. While I love the platinum blonde, I made the decision to stop bleaching it and go darker, back to my dark blonde roots. My hair is finally growing and the longest it's ever been, but I miss the platinum hair. On top of it, I've been diagnosed with panic disorder and anxiety due to my stressful job. My skin is constantly breaking out. And after the death of my cat, I've gained 20 extra pounds. I can't find motivation to go back to the gym. I want to get myself back on track in 2025 and glow up. So any advice is welcome.
Oh, I have everything for you, girly. The first thing that I want to say, just, I don't know, to get level with you, is the COVID uglies were so real and we were all there. This happened to, I think, everyone. We weren't going out. Like, there was no motive to maintain ourselves like we used to. It also sounds like pre-COVID, you might have still been in college. Post-COVID, you were not. I think we've discussed this a lot in older episodes. There's this weird transition that happens after college, not for everyone, but for some of us, especially those of us who graduated right before COVID or during COVID. I think this happened to a lot of us. This seems to be a shared or common experience. But something got lost along the way as far as the maintenance routine goes, or the maintenance routine went. So just want to start by saying we feel you on that one. The first thing that I want to touch on is the toxic job. If there is a job that is affecting you that negatively to the point where you literally have, what did she say she
breakouts?
No, the disorder.
Oh, fuck. Breakouts. Panic disorder and anxiety, and constantly breaking out because of that.
If your job is the reason that you developed a panic disorder and anxiety, if that did not exist prior to you having this job, you need to leave the job. It does not matter how much you're getting paid. No job is worth that. Your peace of mind, your physical health, because stress does affect your physical body so much. That's the first thing. I think the second you leave that job, even if you go from having this amazing, renowned job with a high salary, go work at a fucking coffee shop, you'll be a million times happier. And that on its own is going to cause you to glow so much brighter.
Yeah, that might be the problem.
Yeah, you already like people that are happy, you just exude a different energy. You're going to feel prettier. You might even like, we're going a little surface level here, but like it is so visible when people are just like not in a happy place. You can see it on their face. So I think starting there. 2, the platinum blonde hair. Healthy hair will always be prettier than fried, unhealthy hair, no matter what the color is. So you're saying your hair is looking healthy. It's probably just in your head. I think depending on like where you grew up, I can't really relate to this specific detail, but I've heard other girls online that grew up in areas where blonde hair is really like put up on a pedestal.
Yeah. Like in Utah, that's, I think, the standard.
The beauty standard. Blonde. Yeah. So I think it sounds like you probably grew up somewhere where blonde hair is highly valued. Just know that it's not like that everywhere.
Brown hair is beautiful. Brown, healthy, long hair. Stunning. Maybe you just need a little bit of a cut or a trim or a different hairstyle. Just a little bit of a change.
Yes. And yeah, I think that's where I would start. Quit the job.
Yeah, the job might be the problem.
As far as the weight gain thing, which I know that's really just hard to talk about and hard to go through, I think just starting small and starting with things that don't feel as intimidating. If you don't want to go to the gym, don't go to the gym. Just start by taking long walks. I know that probably sounds like a broken record. Everyone says that, but like that alone is going to make you feel better like inside, just getting out and moving your body. But if you're working a job where you're sitting most days too, that's probably going to make a huge difference right off the bat.
I agree with you. And she said she lost her cat, which is really sad. And that can definitely lead to lack of motivation and gaining weight probably pretty easily. And that's probably pretty normal.
Yeah. I think the best place to start here is really focusing on your mental health, because it just bleeds into so many other areas of life and even into your physical appearance. So I think that's where to start. And then you can worry about the other stuff from there, because everything else is not nearly as important as your mental health. So definitely focus on that and hopefully things get better. Okay, here's the next one. This one cracked me up. I don't like disciplined life. How do you guys stay disciplined and consistent? I'm a 26-year-old woman and I've read countless books and quotes about becoming quote unquote that girl. Someone who has a successful career, is financially independent, looks good, and seems perfectly put together. I know all of this requires discipline, consistency, and overcoming procrastination. Real. But the truth is, I absolutely hate living a disciplined life. I love this girl. I want to be her friend. Every time I try to stay consistent and disciplined, I can barely make it 2 days before the feeling overwhelms me. Also real. During those disciplined days, I feel like throwing up. I love her.
The drama.
I love the drama. I feel utterly miserable, sad, and trapped. It's like I'm suffocating under the weight of the rules I've imposed on myself.
Honestly, I need to speak on this.
Who is this diva? Who is this diva? I end up longing for my chill life where I can just relax, scroll mindlessly, lie on the couch, and eat whatever I want. I might have made this one up. Hold on, I need to compose myself. This is hilarious. I'm literally so red right now. That carefree lifestyle feels so much more enjoyable in the moment, but deep down, I know it's not taking me anywhere. She's an icon. Okay.
I just want to lay on the couch all day and eat chips or whatever.
That's the energy. Is this Mackenzie Ziegler? At 26, I feel like I've already wasted the first half of my 20s. I have no solid career. I earn peanuts. And she's literally, honestly, you're calling as a comedian because this is hilarious. I earn peanuts and I can't seem to break out of this cycle of procrastination and self-sabotage.
Wait,
I know
what
this
about peanuts?
No, like I make peanuts. Like her pay is like fucking crap.
Oh,
Like she makes peanuts for a living.
Peanuts.
Oh, you thought she like works at the peanut factory?
I was confused.
Okay. I know this is the time to put in the hard work because once I'm in my 30s, I'll likely be married with kids and it'll be harder to focus on myself. This is literally like
The female brain.
in words. I desperately want to be financially independent and I don't want to waste the rest of my 20s. But how do I embrace a disciplined lifestyle when it makes me feel so miserable and empty? How do I stop hating it and start enjoying it when it feels like a punishment? I struggle with focus and procrastination and I feel stuck. How do I start loving discipline and consistency when every attempt feels unbearable?
You don't. You fucking don't. If you're this queen, you are a housewife. Like, so respectfully, so kindly, like, don't do it.
Yeah. That, or I was thinking, you're meant to be a nomad. You're meant for something else. You're not meant for the quote unquote that girl life. Like, that life is not for you. If you're genuinely that miserable from trying to be that girl.
Honestly, this is kind of how I felt when I had the corporate job. I swear to you, it was all that I wanted in college, like the cool corporate, whatever, marketing agency, blah, blah, blah. And when I had it, I was like, this can't be it. This cannot be it. Like, I just felt like, and I felt hard even expressing it because I felt like people would be like, this bitch is stupid, kind of like she thinks that work is hard. And I'm like, it's not that it's hard work. It's not hard work. It's like boring. Like, it's not
mind numbing.
Mind numbing, boring. Like, I just felt not good doing that. And so I stopped.
Maybe that's why Emily pisses you off, because she fucks with marketing heavy. It's like her passion.
Yep.
It's triggering for you.
No, it's so triggering.
Somehow it always comes back around every episode.
I think she just, honestly, I think Emily just gets in her own way. You know what I mean? Like, I think I need a big sister her, like, if anything. And I need to be like, shut up. Like, sometimes it's okay. Anyways, I completely agree. This is harming this woman's health. To be a 9-to-5 working woman is not in her DNA. And it doesn't have to be. You can do something else. Honestly, this person might benefit from becoming a flight attendant or something where she can feel free.
A more non-traditional job, some would say.
Exactly. There's so many non-traditional jobs. Start up a small business. A huge core value of mine has been freedom for a very long time, probably forever. Freedom is huge for me. It's always something that I look for in my life, ways to have more freedom, to feel more free in whatever way that means. And it's possible to find it. Not only just being a housewife, okay? Although I think that this girl, get her on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I can tell already she's made for it. She's an Erica Jane.
She's literally an icon. But something else that I will say is, if you're trying out a specific type of lifestyle and it doesn't feel good, it's not the lifestyle for you. That's also true for any type of habit. If you try something out, even if you see everyone doing it and they're like, this makes me feel so good, if you do it and it makes you feel bad, then it's not good for you, even if it works for everyone else. So you're clearly testing out a lifestyle that is not suited for you. And although social media may make it seem like this is the lifestyle, like the quintessential lifestyle, it's not the only one. There are so many different ways to live life, but our generation is hyper fixated on a specific type of lifestyle. And that is just not, you need to see more of the world. That's what I'll say. And there are so many other avenues of life that you can go down. And also she's saying, I know this is the time to put in the hard work because once I'm in my 30s, I'll likely be married with kids. I'm worried about that statement, actually, after hearing how much you hate even disciplining yourself. I'm a little worried. Not gonna lie.
True.
Not gonna lie. When she started leaning into that, I was like, oh, girl. I think maybe deconstructing some of the expectations that society has placed on you or that you think are expected of you. I think deconstructing some of that will be so freeing for you, because you do not sound like a girl that wants to stick to tradition, and you should not.
You don't have to do the married by 30 have kids thing, and if you're trying to hold yourself to it and it's not aligned in every way and you feel nauseous every day, then you're gonna have to pivot. That's your calling, I promise. Also, I am realizing the irony in me having a podcast and saying Emily sometimes needs to shut the fuck up. It's rich. I'm sorry. I'm aware.
I love this girl. I want to meet this girl. We can be friends.
She's hilarious. We're probably going to see her on our TV screens one day. If she can harness that power that she has, the freedom. Anyways, like we had mentioned earlier, we're all about learning from other women. I'm going to read the answers to what is your 2025 ins and outs list. I want to see what other women have been saying is on their list this year. Someone said 2025 goals on bingo cards. I do like that. That's fun. Thoughtful text messages to family and friends after spending time with them.
Oh, yeah.
I need to do this. I really appreciate when people do this to me, and I should start doing it. It's pretty easy, honestly. Does not take much time to send a thoughtful text. Cooking recipes from cookbooks. Wearing the clothes in my closet. So real. Monthly journaling. That's not enough.
Oh.
Daily journaling, in my opinion. Abundance mindset. Electrolytes before bed, post drinking. So that's in the ins. Oh yeah, these are ins and outs. So that was on the ins. And then on out, it is productivity guilt, toxic comparison, shots of alcohol. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are both in very big wedding seasons of our lives with friends and things. So I think shots will be in. Shots of alcohol this year will be in.
Shots of alcohol will be in. Maybe
you're going on 2 bachelorettes. They're definitely going to be in to some extent.
Maybe I should save the shots for those trips, to be honest. Unresponded texts and calls. Oh, yep. This has become a problem for me. Excessive screen time. Yep.
TV doesn't count.
TV is basically reading. I have subtitles on, so. Okay, ins, sticking to a routine, intentional rest, gratitude instead of anxiety. That's a big one. Daily movement, making space for fun and laughter. I like that. Out, binge drinking, sleeping in, doom scrolling, negative self-talk, using my phone in bed, overthinking, and impulse purchases.
I'm good at the impulse purchases thing now. That's what I was telling you about, the duck casserole dish.
Actually sticking to a healthier diet so I can avoid the I feel awful right now, probably because all I've eaten is 2 cookies and a can of pears and syrup. Yeah.
You need some protein, girl.
That's true. So true. Doing better at tracking things about my cycle to better learn my body's function and rhythms. This is a good one.
Me, on the other hand, researching ways to delay my period because I might get it on the wedding.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like trying to fuck up my cycle every month.
I mean, worst case, you could take a plan B, but then you're going to be crazy probably.
Oh, yeah, no especially because I haven't even had like birth control or anything since I was like 18. It would probably make me mental.
That's true. Don't do that. If you get your period, you get your period. You can deal. You're a fighter. I've been on one all day today.
I'm one of God's strongest soldiers, apparently, so I'll be able to deal with it.
I'm so sorry. That sounds so insensitive.
No, that was real. That's how I feel about my life. Like, I really have been chosen. I can say with full certainty that I was chosen as one of God's frontline men.
You just have a happy attitude. You have a happy attitude even on your days when you have a period. I can tell you that much because I've seen it. You're not going to get your period on your wedding. I promise. I promise. You can't. It won't happen. Okay. not procrastinating on school assignments, growing out my hair, and not cutting it every few weeks after saying I'll grow it out.
Sounds like someone with a bob.
Allowing myself to make mistakes and learn from them rather than abandon everything over it. Oh, I like that. Out is letting people walk all over me because I'm afraid of being mean. Buying things I really don't need that just take up space and create clutter.
Yep.
Me in the thrift store every day buying random things. Doom scrolling. I want my attention span back. Ooh.
Well, lucky for you, nobody's going to have an option after this week anyways. TikTok could be gone. So we'll all be cured, and then we'll really see. Maybe they had a reason. Maybe there was a reason. And they were like, our citizens are losing brain cells actively day by day. Our GPA, our national GPA has gone down 10 points. It's not
because of TikTok. That is not because of TikTok. I promise.
I'm just making all of these stats up. The average IQ decreased 10% ever since TikTok
I'm sure it
came
has,
to the US.
Last but not least, keeping toxic people around me. Who you surround yourself with is a form of reflection of yourself. Yep. There you go.
There you go.
Women are so wise, you know? We
I know.
think so deeply about everything. I feel like that's our superpower.
Yeah. The quote that's like, when this boy does shrooms for the first time at like 22 years old and figures out something about life that I figured out in my bedroom at 10.
Oh, 8.
Yeah.
I had everything figured out by 8, I promise.
The meaning of life.
I was contemplating death like at a really young age. It was really bad.
What's in for you?
Let's look at my vision board.
I haven't made mine
Pulling
yet.
it up. Pulling it up. My rituals and routines that make me feel safe and happy. Put down your phone, pick up life. Period. Turn it into art and think bigger. I feel like I really, yeah.
Create more than you consume.
Create more than you consume.
Stay tuned, people. Stay tuned.
Coming soon. I want everything to be art in my life this year, I feel like. What if you stopped fearing your intensity and followed it instead? This spoke bounds to me because I really feel this way. I feel like I can be very intense and I'm always trying to dull that. But yeah, I'm going to fucking follow it. Sorry. In crossword puzzles, I think she's a grandma. Her hands look like an elder person's hands, filling in a crossword puzzle and eating a popsicle. That's going to be me every night. I promise you. I will be doing a crossword puzzle. I love them. I'm obsessed. Wordle, I'm there. I have a girl running in the rain. I have a bed on grass. And it says nothing is that serious. I choose peace. Exactly. I have yoga, of course. We'll see. That's in. Those are my vision board ins, at least. My outs, I don't know. Stop doom scrolling. Stop being stupid. Stop being annoying. I don't know.
Stop. You're too much. In for me, okay, I haven't made my vision board, but in for me, documenting more. I used to be the queen of documenting life, and this was on my vision board last year, and I feel like I wasn't even still that good. But I used to take pictures and videos, but like good ones, not stupid ones. Like I would take intentional ones. And I didn't not do it at all last year, but I really just want to get better at documenting things again. I feel like I do a lot of fun, memorable things, and they live in my memory, but not documented in any way, shape, or form. So I want to do that. What else? Sleeping, honing in on the sleep health, sleeping better, sleeping well, feeling rested, keeping the home cozy and cute and clean. I think this is top of mind because shit really hit the fan the last couple of months of last year because of all of the travel. And I feel like I came back to catastrophe. It was insane. So this is top of mind for me. Also in puzzling, we're both in our grandma eras, but I will be puzzling with my puzzle board. And Also trying to create again. And it's funny because we say this, but like we create podcast episodes every week, but I think we both mean a little bit more hands-on, tangible things. Yeah.
Yes. I had really realized when I was really thinking about it that I haven't felt super stimulated in quite a while. And by that, I mean so excited and just, I don't know, just so excited by something creative, something that I don't know how to explain it. I haven't felt that way in a while though. And I miss it. And I feel like it's because I'm always on that damn phone.
Yeah.
I feel like it dulls your brain a little bit, numbs you out a little bit. And I don't want to be like that anymore.
And I think it even hurts with comparison and stuff, because sometimes when you're seeing people create so much amazing art or even like just hobby art, then when you get to doing something on your own, you're just thinking of what other people are doing. And if they're better, even if you're a beginner, you're like so hard on yourself and you don't let yourself just try. And that's me reading myself. Out for me, comparison. Out for me is staying up way too goddamn late and and thinking that I'm always right, even though a lot of times I am. But I feel like this causes conflict in my life. So
what? But you're always right. So what's the problem?
But the problem is I tend to be right. People sometimes doubt me on things. See, this is why it comes off as annoying. Like when you're like, stop being annoying. That's how I feel. I feel like it comes off as being annoying. And sometimes I'll correct people on things that I know. I'm like, oh no, it's this. And I try to not be pushy about it. I just try to like say it well intentioned, you know, like, oh no, it's this. And then they're over here like fact checking me. And then I'm right. And I'm like, I told you, like, why did you doubt me? That's also kind of rude of you. Or I like will intervene when someone's doing something to correct them in the moment. But I'm like, you know what? Just let them do it wrong. What if I wasn't here? They would do it wrong. And then they would probably figure it out. So.
Right.
I feel like a know-it-all is annoying, but I think I am a know-it-all. But maybe I just need to stop like projecting it so much, vocalizing it.
You know what? What if you stopped fearing your intensity and followed it instead? That's what I have to say. I'm going to tap. Okay. In for me this year is tapping back into like corny quotes. The quote, no, you don't. The quote, you did not wake up today to be mediocre. Change your life.
Catapulted me into the place in my life that I am now, because I had that one quote on a board in my room in college. And then I also had it like on my planner on the front. I got it like custom printed, and that would just like run through my head every day. And I swear.
And the other one about gold. What was the one about glitter? Oh, all that glitters isn't gold or something like that.
Was that my quote?
You had a quote about glittering or gold or something. Remember?
Oh, I don't remember. But I have this.
Really? It was big.
Wait, what? Glitters isn't gold.
Something. The quote that you like lived by and you said all the time, and it had something to do with gold. All that's gold is you know what I'm talking about.
I don't remember, but I also have this other one that's always been my background on my computer. No matter what happens, boy, keep that motherfucker rolling. That's one of the quotes that I actually live by. You have to when you're one of God's strongest soldiers. And on that note, we're going to wrap it up here, you guys. We've lost the plot. And oh my God, our language is like so chronically online. Everything we've said in the past 10 minutes is TikTok jargon. Anyways, you guys, you know where to keep up with us. Instagram will be there apparently when this comes out. TikTok, we don't know. So if it's still there, you can follow us at Delusional AF Podcast. And if you want to get a notification every time a new episode comes out, be sure to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And we would really love if you guys would leave us a rating or a review. We love to know how we're doing so that we can always continue to improve and be better. And unless we're already perfect and great, then I guess that's it.
5 stars.
5 stars. We'll talk to you guys next week. Love ya. Bye.
Bye.